Hello and welcome to NewsX. This week we are talking to Prakash Javadekar, the Minister of INB, of Environment and also with the additional charge of Parliamentary Affairs. But to all of us in the media, Prakash ji is always the one person we always go to for that perfect soundbite. And I'm sure he's not going to disappoint us today also. Prakash ji, old association with all of us, and we are so happy that you've got us in your portfolio now.
Yes, and I'll remain the same as I was for last 12 years since when I have come to Delhi, shifted to Delhi, and was doing the duty of as a spokesman of the party. So we'll be meeting always, and I'm keeping 1 hour also for that purpose, so anybody can walk in and talk to me.
It's an open door ministry.
In a way, yeah, but it's not about only ministry. It's about the government. The new government which has come and which has created a new hope in India.
Right.
And there are many aspects to it. Every minister is working with junoon, with passion. And when the government is all working with passion and with a clear-cut mission, we are going, and without commission, then we are going to achieve lot.
So mission and no commission.
Yeah, and for the people this will be important. So I will, as an INB minister also, I will definitely be telling you how our ministers are doing in various ministries and what is the difference that we have made to the governance in the country.
Because that is important, you know, last government when they went out, they said we went out communication failures, what now they are saying. So that is department of the INB ministry. So what you are telling us, you know, how are you going to communicate the government schemes?
That is what I said. See, we have started thinking in a very new fashion and innovative ways. And that is the mainstay of leadership of Narendra Modi ji. Because he asked me to do, even in advertising, government advertising, DAVP, something different. And something different we started with crowdsourcing. Tomorrow's advertisement, of Desertification Day is a crowdsourced first advertisement of the government. And I have instructed today DAVP that all the advertisements by all the ministries, we will write them, we will convince them, and all will start doing the designing part, the creative content of it, with message will come from people. So that's the huge public participation in the scheme, creative young minds, and we are going to reward them, recognize them.
How is that? You're going to have a...
We'll give them...
for the best line.
Yeah, best line and best design. We'll felicitate them, we'll give them cash prize, and even the 10 best entries, they will receive something. So this is the idea what we are making, which these are small things, but these small things which make different. And as you know, winner doesn't make different things. They do things differently. So we will do things differently. And that's what we started motivation camps. Piyush Goyal took lead in it. And motivation of our officers for this mission. And in this mission, power and renewable and his all ministry officers were there. I organized, Shiv Khera gave, there Chetan Bhagat gave an motivational address. It was a 3 hours conclave but very successful. And both the ministries for the first time had come together officers, more than 150 important officers. So we have given a message, files are moving, people have started taking positive view for development. In environment, I said, yes, we care nature, we care Mother Earth.
Yeah, that is what I want to know. Is it going to be, a pro-development image or...
Pro-development means development without destruction. That's the motto.
So you're going to take
caring for the environment, simultaneously development of the country. And that's why we have taken first lead in taking defense projects, decisions about defense projects. And these decisions are, as Modi ji has always said, that our decisions should not be arbitrary, they should not be discretionary, they should not be personal choice, it should be policy based for a category. You frame the policy And then in that framework, whoever fits will get nod. If they don't, they won't. So that's the simple thing.
So it's no case by case. There's no.
It's actually
it's a policy.
The policy. I have started doing many things. I'll just give two examples. I asked the ministry why it is that environment clearance will come first, then forest clearance will come. In which holy book this is written? Yeah. Why can't we start simultaneous processing of both the applications, and after a parallel, then there is a convergence, so they can do it and simultaneously. Yeah. Why can't we start simultaneous processing of both the applications, and after a parallel, then there is a convergence, so they can do it and simultaneously we can issue both the certificates to a good project. Yes, here is your environment certificate, here is your forest certificate. That's how we should go about. These are the processes which we are changing.
You also had a meeting with Piyush Goyal, for faster. What happened in that meeting?
Instead of EGOMs, what the new government has started is, on issues, interministerial issues, the concerned ministries will discuss. So we discussed all the issues with the Power Ministry. My officers and their officers all were there. They discussed it. In 2 hours, we decided the timeline on each important decision. And we are going to follow it up. And we'll take the decisions. Take the decision for the public welfare. Take the decision about power generation. But all in public sector. That's what we finished that day. So this is how we are going to start. Now, for channels, your issue.
No, I wanted to ask you about this 100% FDI.
No, 100% FDI I never said. I said that already there is 100% FDI in entertainment as far as TV is concerned, and 25% in news channels. So it's the industry which has to take a call, which has to, the people are discussing. So let them discuss, we'll talk with all stakeholders.
But is our industry at this point, because 100% FDI, media is a very sensitive subject. Can we take forward
we
so
haven't
much?
Said it. We haven't said it. Never.
What is your personal view on this?
No, it's not about a personal view. It's, after all, a nation's interest is what paramount is. So what I was telling you, that there are 700 or more applications for new channels. If the channel owner funding and everything is good, and if they are abiding to the rules and laws, why we should stall them? We will not. But there is issue of many channel proposals have gone to Home Ministry, where the due diligence is done. That should be done. But that should not be getting more time in it. And therefore, with the list, I'll be taking appointment of the Home Minister, Rajnath Singh ji. We'll discuss with their officers and we'll sort out the issue. There will be no compromise on merit. But the process can be put on fast track, so as the result will be there.
All right. But, what I understood from your statements was that because the earlier government was talking about blanket approval on FDI, on media.
No, we have not said it. We have not said it. On policy issues, I am talking to all the stakeholders, not on this issue of FDI, but broadcasters are coming, TV channel owners are coming, others are coming. So we are talking to each section, listening to them, listening to their players, taking their presentation, discussing amongst ourselves, and we'll take a conscious decision. We are not in a hurry. Our agenda is not 100 days agenda. We have 5 years. People have chosen us to rule 5 years for the betterment of the country. And the mess this ministry has created, can you imagine? I am not interested in blame game. But in Karwar, the Navy decided to create another hub other than Mumbai on the west coast, where our frigates, the warships, more than 50, the whole Vikramaditya fleet carrier, the submarines, and a big naval base, which will serve the strategic purpose. There will be a colony of 30,000, means 10,000 Navy personnel and 20,000 civil personnel. It will be a big township, creating lakhs of jobs and big investment and a strategic defense requirement. And still that was pending in my ministry for 3 years.
This is the environment ministry.
We created in 3 minutes.
You cleared it?
Yes.
What is the first thing you cleared in environment?
That is the project.
This is
because I was in Defence Committee, Standing Committee,
That's
4
right.
years. I have seen border roads on China, they are good, no environment problem. And we have all problems, we are not clearing. In one go, we took a policy decision that border roads and the 100-kilometer area from the line of actual control, where the military has to do strategic establishment, defense infrastructure, that will be general approval. Why we should?
Very interesting. Your predecessor was known for having two pens, a green pen and a red pen. One go pen, one no go pen. So which color pen does Prakash Javadekar have?
My pen is a real simple black ink pen, which gives due consideration to both environment protection as well as development of the country.
You are saying you will go by policy, and this is
By
your
policy.
and this is
By
your
policy.
policy, which is environment
That's our
protection and
policy.
development, the twin planks of this. This one of the decisions to raise the height of Narmada Dam has created some issues with the
No,
environment.
that's not our ministry's decision. It has come from authority. When you create a legal structure, so when authority stops some work, you cheer them up. And when they allow some work, you jeer them below. Jeer them down. That's not the way to deal with. You must respect if they have given the decision. It is the aspiration of the people. The full project was there. There were many issues. I have always in favor of proper rehabilitation. R&R is the policy which, when I was in Maharashtra, I was planning commission chief. I was given the job and we created the policy of R&R, complete comprehensive policy. And if that could be done, so R&R, we are always in favor of it because that must be done. But beyond that, R&R and any other issues should not come in between of development and the people.
But, back to this, your Ministry of Information Broadcasting, what is your stand on paid news? Because during elections, a lot of
Paid
cases...
news is a serious issue. And I was still recently member of the Press Council. Now our term is over and I am here. So Press Council had a committee. First it went, one committee report came, then another subcommittee was appointed. I was member of it. It's menace. It should not happen. In democracy, people must get fair news, not paid news. And that is, if that is happening, then democratic spirit of the freedom of the press goes. Yesterday I addressed a function to commemorate a return from Mandale of Lokmanya Tilak. It is 100 years to yesterday. And I found out that Tilak, why he was in jail in Mandale for 6 years, he was there because to preserve the press freedom. So, and there are many other editors who have been jailed. So this is, press freedom has not come for free. People have fought for it.
Emergency
and we
is
also,
coming,
in emergency, we
right.
fought.
Tell
We
me
were
something
also,
about
I was there in
because now the
16
anniversary
months.
is coming.
So that's absolutely on 26 June. We must celebrate that day as a Mukti Divas because otherwise press freedom would have gone forever. And so our commitment to the press freedom is absolute.
Will you be
And,
taking
but
a
that
harsher measure against...
freedom also entails responsibility. And that responsibility and code must be decided by the media itself. And if that happens, that's good for society.
Are you okay with the existing code or are you going to come up with a new code with
No, it is I said that industry has to decide itself. Because I see media as a responsible partner in the nation building activity.
But will you be talking to them to initiate some steps?
No, but I expect that they will also take some proactive measures and come out to solution and give suggestions to the government. If government action is required, that will be taken only after the industry comes out with proposal.
But also there's also charges, of obscenity on TV. Will you be taking in...
Yeah, that's an issue. Very important, right from advertisement to many contents. There are problems. As a government, we monitor those cases. People also complain if there is vulgarity or indecency or something like that offensive thing. So there are mechanisms well put place. we'll see that these mechanisms become more effective, because mainstream journalism is quite good, and it will remain good, because that's the essence of democracy.
But how are you going to handle issues, because now also social media has come up. I know that's not in your domain, but where does this government, so you're not called dictatorial, because there was an incident of some students in Kerala,
No, today, as you know,
How
in
do you walk the
2000,
thin line?
2000, in IT ministry brought this IT bill, because it is internet related. It is comparable law with the world things. World is reacting to these offenses more seriously. So, I say always that social media or every platform gives you freedom to express, but not to destroy. We have commitment to democracy. We have commitment to public welfare. We have commitment to our motherland. And that is the boundary. Lakshman Rekha, nobody has to, कोई खींचता नहीं है, खुद को खींचनी पड़ती है. That's the issue.
So responsibility is the important thing. Also, this Doordarshan, now it's come under you will do, because just before elections, if you remember that famous interview of Narendra Modi, that the Prime Minister, that was censored. How will you make sure that these things don't happen? And are you going to take action on that case?
I think we are not into now blame game. We are looking to the future, but at the same time, yes, corrective measures will always be taken. And let me tell you more frankly that we want to revamp DD, make them more vibrant, so it becomes the first choice of people. Because as a ministry, I can mandate all cable owners that you must show all the channels. I can mandate all the DTH operator, and which we are going to do before listening to their woes, that you must show all the DD channels. They are free. There is no issue. It must come in your line of sequence, but they must be there available, so that I can make DD reach every home. But
there's a big but here.
The viewer has a remote, and with remote, you can't make him compulsorily see something. So you have to be competitive, you have to be efficient, you have to be, and there are many issues. I tell you, there are certain decisions which have gone bad. We will review them, because in 1990s, see, DD got its very prominence and very popularity through Ramayana, Mahabharata and many other such serials completely. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, all kinds of serials came, they became all popular. Yeah. So, but those producers, and DD in the 90s came with certain decisions which were devastating. All the important producers ran away from the TV world.
What decision?
And that was about mandatory tranche bolte, that you must buy, the producer must buy this additional time also. And so it was a lose-lose proposition. Right. So Doordarshan lost and the producers lost. And now I heard them all will come out with solutions. See, if department has made mistake, if ministry has taken some wrong decision, we can definitely come out of it and take it. So there are many issues. We can regenerate that confidence among the people also. And my only appeal to all the people in the DD will always be that please don't see it as a government-funded organization alone and your job security. It is much more than that. We have again mission to accomplish, and we must become popular. We must give competition.
So I'm talking to competitor. वही मैं कहने वाली थी.
Yes, definitely. Yes, otherwise you also. DD has created history. It has tremendous recordings with us. We have tremendous assets. We will archive, and through archives, we can create resources also. The issue is, we want to create place for ourselves through competition.
So tomorrow, if Doordarshan carries an interview with Sonia Gandhi, you're not going to say cut this, censor this.
We will never say. See, that's the free democracy. So those who made mistakes must realize it, and those must think that it's a new era which will never do injustice anything of this kind.
But also, are you going to relook at the way of measuring TRPs? That's the other...
TRP is a big issue, but now BARC is a new rating mechanism which is being created by the broadcasters and the advertisers themselves. So if they come out with a better mechanism, it will be a competition also. And today every channel says that we are first, we are first. Yeah. And so they can sell anything. But after all, advertisers have to invest money, and they will invest to the real best. And I know for sure, if we achieve our target to be the people's choice, DD will gain, and we can become a not cash-strapped, but cash-rich organization.
That sounds like a very positive thing. You hit the ground running on your first few days. We were told also things are being done differently.
We can become a not cash-strapped, but cash-rich organization.
That sounds like a very positive thing. You hit the ground running on your first few days. We were told also things are being done differently. You took a round of the office. You inspected the files. Tell me something about your first...
No, see, we are here, as I told
not
you.
files. You inspected the offices, the cleanliness.
Cleanliness. It was
Modi
ji started every day at 9 o'clock. He goes to section, talks to people. Yeah. So all ministers have also started doing it. It has changed the very face. So our MOEF, which was in the Paryavaran Bhavan, which was terrific, disorganized, now we have moved. Everybody has practically moved to new Paryavaran Bhavan and Anjor Bagh. So that is the building which is zero energy building. Means whatever energy we consume there, we produce there and we provide it to the grid.
So it's totally a green building.
Yes, totally a green building. So we have taken many initiatives. Yesterday I was in Pune.
The Janta Darbar.
Janta Darbar on the hilltop where the forest has been grown for last 20 years. It was a sustained effort of the forest and it has succeeded. And as a journalist, I was staying in Journalist Colony, which is just down below. So we used every day to go there. So yesterday also I was to go there. So I called all morning walkers to gather and tell me their woes and suggestions. And people told many positive suggestions. Forest officers were there. We have given a timeline. We'll complete those things because we want people's participation. Afforestation is not a government action. It's a people's.
It's a new way of doing the business.
Yes. So we are doing it. I think I answered all of your questions.
Yeah, just one last question. When TV first came in, you were one of the first few spokespersons. I remember, coming to studios. All of you were young people. Suddenly you were wearing colored kurtas. You also came to know TV.
I started with colored kurtas. That's my copyright.
That was
and all I followed it. So I'm happy because I tell you, after I became the spokesman, for first 15 days, I went to my friend's studio, Umesh Upadhyay's. And I learned what suits good, how people will feel good, how to give one line, 2 line, 30-second, 40-second bites, how to be more precise, good with your argument, your expressions, your body language, your appearance, because color gives that screen a full image. And that's good. So I studied it properly and then I started. And now all are using it. It's a good thing.
Yeah, you started a trend and now we're going to see what kind of a trend you start in as an INB minister. My very last question to you. What was your reaction? Did you know you were going to get such important portfolios in the ministry? And when Modi ji told you and called you, what did he tell you? What was your reaction?
First, me and my family came to Delhi to join the swearing in and celebrate the swearing in of Narendra Modi ji, because that's the occasion. We fought for it. People have brought the change and we wanted to be witness to all that. We never imagined that I will be swearing in. But in the morning, the Prime Minister called me and told this to come and then take oath. So I was there. And about departments, I never inquired also. And I'm not... See, when I'm in... Modi has been chosen by people of this country as a real hope for their better life and a future. You are the member of Modi team, that's all. of this government. So which portfolio, what portfolio, doesn't matter. What matters is you are part of the team where you have a role to play, where you are passionately, you can go ahead with the mission and mission to accomplish. That's our feeling. And with that feeling, we are working.
Thank you so much for talking to us. I'll let you rest your voice. Thanks a lot. Well, as promised, Mr. Javadekar hasn't lost his touch of entertaining the media. Thank you so much for watching this program.